Why do you want to be wealthy? Stop and think about that question for a moment. What is the first image that comes to mind? For most of us, it's something tangible. It's a fast car in a garage, a big house with a pool, a first-class ticket to an exotic destination, a luxury watch on our wrist. Our society, our media, and our own instincts have trained us to see wealth as a means to acquire more impressive things. We measure wealth by what we can buy. But what if this entire framework is wrong? What if the single greatest thing money can buy has no price tag, cannot be worn, and will never appear on your Instagram feed? Today, we are going to explore what Morgan Housel calls the highest dividend money pays. It's an idea so simple yet so profound that it has the power to change your entire relationship with money and work. It's the idea that the ultimate goal of wealth isn't to buy more stuff, but to buy back your own life. The real purpose of wealth is freedom. First, let's address the illusion that keeps so many of us on a treadmill. It's the belief that a higher level of material possessions will lead to a higher level of happiness. It works, but only for a very short time. You buy the new car, and for a few weeks, you feel a thrill every time you get behind the wheel. But soon that thrill fades. The car becomes just your car. It's a psychological phenomenon known as the hedonic treadmill. We adapt to our new reality, and our happiness level returns to its baseline. To get the same thrill again, we need something bigger, better, and more expensive. This is a game you can never win. It's a bottomless pit of desire. The chase for happiness through material goods is a trap. The true value of money, the one that doesn't fade over time, is its ability to give you control. Specifically, control over your time. The ability to wake up in the morning and say, "I can do whatever I want today," is a level of wealth that a garage full of Ferraris can never offer. But what does control over your time actually mean? It's not just a vague concept for retirement in 40 years. It's a spectrum of freedom that you can start building today, piece by piece. Let's look at the levels. Level 1 of freedom is the Sleep Well at Night Fund. This is the foundation. It's having enough money saved, maybe 3 to 6 months of living expenses, that you are not terrified of a small emergency. The car breaks down, the water heater leaks. You can handle it without falling into a spiral of high-interest debt and crippling anxiety. This isn't a sexy form of wealth, but it's the first and most important. It's the freedom from constant low-grade financial fear. Level 2 of freedom is what some call FU money. This doesn't mean you're rich enough to retire, but you have enough saved, perhaps a year or two of expenses, that you have agency in your career. It's the power to walk away from a toxic job with a terrible boss without having another one lined up. It's the ability to say no to a project that violates your ethics. It's the freedom from being trapped in a situation that is draining your soul just because you need the paycheck. This level of freedom changes your posture in the world. You walk with more confidence because you know you have options. Level 3 of freedom is the time-buying phase. This is where it gets really powerful. You now have enough wealth that you can start actively buying back chunks of your time. This could mean taking a lower-paying job that is more fulfilling and less stressful. It could mean negotiating to work only 4 days a week. It could mean taking a 6-month sabbatical to learn a new skill, travel the world, or write a book. At this stage, you're not just protecting yourself from negatives. You're actively creating space for positives. And level 4 is the ultimate freedom, full financial independence. This is the point where your investments generate enough income to cover your living expenses forever. You no longer have to work for money at all. Your time is completely, 100% your own. You can spend your days on your health, your relationships, your passions, and your community. This is the final destination. Why is this autonomy so powerful? Because a lack of control is one of the biggest drivers of human stress and unhappiness. Decades of psychological research have shown that people who feel they have more control over their own lives report higher levels of happiness and well-being. The feeling of being forced into a routine or a job you dislike is corrosive. Having agency over your day is a more reliable and sustainable path to happiness than any material possession. This creates a direct and often uncomfortable trade-off that you must face with every major financial decision. You are either buying stuff or you are buying time. That new luxury car isn't just costing you $80,000. If your investments could have grown that money to cover a full year of your living expenses in the future, then that car is costing you 1 year of your life. 1 year of freedom, 1 year of not having to answer to a boss. When you frame it that way, the decision looks very different. Every dollar you spend on something you don't truly need is a dollar you are stealing from your future, freer self. Every dollar you save and invest is a down payment on your own autonomy. So, how do you start buying back your time today? First, you must redefine your goal. Stop thinking about a retirement number. That feels abstract and impossibly far away. Instead, calculate your freedom number. Figure out how much it costs for you to live for 1 year. That number is now your goal. You're not saving for retirement, you're saving to buy 1 year of freedom. That is a tangible, exciting target. Once you hit it, you can aim for 2, then 5. Second, internalize the trade-off. Before making any significant, non-essential purchase, ask yourself the question, what amount of my future freedom am I trading for this object? Is this temporary pleasure worth selling a week, a month, or a year of my future life for? Sometimes the answer might be yes, and that's okay. But the act of asking the question changes your relationship with consumption. It forces intention. Third, make your savings rate your primary metric of success. Not your investment returns, not the size of your house, but the percentage of your income that you are converting into future freedom. A high savings rate is the most direct and controllable tool for buying your time back faster. We have been taught to use money to buy things to show other people how successful we are. This is a game of external validation. But true wealth is using money to build a life that you don't need to escape from. A life where you are the one in control. This is a game of internal validation. So ask yourself again, why do you want to be wealthy? Is it to own more things? Or is it to own yourself? Is it to have a bigger cage? Or is it to have no cage at all? The pursuit of wealth finds its ultimate meaning when it becomes the pursuit of freedom. Freedom to live on your own terms, by your own values, on your own time. That is the greatest luxury money can buy.